Alright, so the next Goku's family member we're showcasing is the Goku Angel now. So let's jump into his upgraded status. 11,000 HP, 13,000 attack, 8,000 defense. It's around the same stats as you'd normally find the other All in the Family units. His super attack mechanic allows him to raise attack and defense for the one turn, and also medium chance to stun the enemy, which is fine. His passive skill, defense plus 159% at the start of his turn, attack plus 159%, and disables enemy's guard for 7 turns from the start of the turn. Attack plus 59% and high chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attacks, starting from the 8th turn on the start of the battle, plus an additional 20% defense with each attack evaded when there's an ally whose name includes Goten Kid on the team, plus an additional 2 key and attack and defense plus 59% when that ally is attacking in the same turn. Goku's family category as well, support for 1 key and 30%. So I was wrong in the last video where I said 20%. It's actually 30% because of I was thinking about his pre-EZA. So I think as long as you have Goten Kid, which is what we're going to be doing, he's going to be really good. But we'll see how it works out without Goten Kid. So let's jump into it. We're running Goku's family. Not a 200% leader because he doesn't have one yet. Because it's not in, like... I don't think he has one yet. And so we're just run the 180 and the 120. Perfect. We don't have him for the 1 turn. I think if you can make him excel if there was like... Thing is, you need to have Goten Kid if you want that defense to be very high. And putting 3 dodge on him would be pretty clutch if you did have it. Maybe even giving him multiple... Like, you kind of want to get dodges, but then at the same time, you lose some of the hidden potential stuff. Unless you wait for the 8 turns. 122,000 defense, pretty super. Without Goten, obviously. And without the defense bonuses. So, let's jump into the first attack here. Probably blaze through this. If I don't get the 8 turns that I'm looking for, I will probably do LGE or something. Even though LGE doesn't have an in-phase until the very end. But we easily clap through this one. He did get a nice crit though, so we did get some big damage out. The raise attack and defense is 30%, I believe. So that's really nice. Gives him that extra bit of defense. Again, I don't really want to kill this Vegeta so quickly. But this Team Link's too good. So like short events like this, you don't have to worry about his attack being lost. But if it's like a really tough, like short event, such as like the God event or Ultimate Red Zone, he can be pretty awkward because I didn't think even with the Goten on the turn and the supports, 171,000 defense is cutting it. You definitely need those dodges. And if you are trying to bring him onto these short events, you definitely need to give him the dodges for sure so that he can potentially build up those 3 dodges that he needs pre-turn 8. If not, then it's... he's just a long... is he... Yeah, I guess you can classify him as a long event kind of character instead. So he's either like a Dokkan event character or just a long event character where you have to have Goten on the team. So it's like these specific team builds once again. We'll probably won't see the turn 8, but we got to see a little bit of damage, and then I'll bring him after turn 8 and see how that goes. Version Z Goku will clean up at the end. I can feel it. We got no dodges, obviously. And so this was his max. He easily gets over 200,000 defense with that double support. Of course, if you have him under the double Goku's family leader of 180%, now obviously he's going to perform much better. But this is like his bare minimum for sure. 2.3 million attack stat. So even as a damaging unit, I wouldn't consider him impressive either. So he's in this middle weird spot. And this is, again, a reason why I probably would never use him. Unless it was called for. Like, obviously, if the EZA event required Otherworld Warriors, and obviously I would bring him because he's an Otherworld Warrior with solid defense at start of turn. 77% leader skill, because I don't think another Otherworld Warrior that's better than that as a leader skill. But yeah, just an awkward character for sure. But I'm going to see what he's like after turn 8 and with his defense fully built up. So I'm bringing him onto the Legendary Vegeta events. Do you think this is a power rotation? Do you think this rotation would be worth to bring as like a Goku's family? It's also a question you might have to ask yourself if we're trying to run this Goku and Goten. As they're technically supposed to be ran together. So, I mean, you obviously don't have to run this Goten specifically, but, you know, they both get their benefits together. I would say it wouldn't be worth it. Like, even though they have, like, just about 200,000 defense each, yeah, I can think of, like, a few more rotation that would definitely be better. And that would actually perform more in damage-wise. I think this would be great for the third slot unit, as the third slot units get a lot of support. Luckily, Vegeta's not extreme. But, I mean, that third slot unit would be... Maybe one day, the meta will change until you bring your strongest units in the third slot. Imagine that. One problem is about running this rotation as well, is that... not like I've already named quite a few, but, like, the issue is nobody's really a first slot unit. Only Goku becomes a first slot unit after 8 turns, which is a bit too long for me. Alright, so we are now on to turn 8, but he was a second slot unit at the start, so I don't think it activates until next turn. But we still can put him in the first slot here. 171,000 defense, pretty much stayed the same throughout the whole entire thing. And we should be able to get a Dokkan mode for him, but then again, he's going to lose all his attack anyway. Hey, okay, so his dodges do activate. It doesn't matter if he appears on the second turn. Alright. So we got the 3 dodges or whatever we needed. Yeah, so you should be like max defense. Which is really nice. Obviously, but like, again, lots of the long events do cancel that out. So I don't know if it's a benefit worth taking. I just see too many flaws, and that's why I would never run him. I don't want to use any items here, because I'll probably end it off after next turn. I just want to see how his max defense is looking like, because we did do the 3 dodges that we needed. All right, here we go. So he's lost pretty much most of his attack, and he's got 250,000 defense, so that's his max defense on this team. Unfortunately, I did ruin the rotation, so he should have gotten an extra bit. He should have reached like 300k, I'd say. Almost 300k if he had a support on the back line. But this is fine. Let's do the Dokkan mode. He definitely would hit it after the super for sure. And no items. Let's see how much he takes type advantage on this Vegeta. 59,000, which is acceptable. He didn't dodge it, though. That's less acceptable, I mean, now that I think about it. So now he fills in as, like, the first slot unit in this turn, in this rotation. Alright, let's see how much damage you can do. 3 million critical. Yeah, so you can't really take advantage of the Dokkan mode with him. Because you probably won't get the Dokkan mode. Well, it's very unlikely, I would say, unless you grab every single color orb to get the Dokkan mode on the 7th turn, actually. And of course, have him on there and everything like that. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for the showcase on the Goku. At the end of the day, he's just a very awkward character with very little usages for me, and for maybe even you as well, if you're not a beginner. Beginning characters, obviously, that works really well. But as your box grows, you're going to find much more replacements way more quicker. That's going to wrap it up. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on so you don't miss out on the daily content. Check out my social medias linked in the description. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay fizzy. Peace out.